Hello and welcome. First off, I'd like to thank everyone who left a comment in the last video. Your words were much appreciated. Thank you. I needed a boost. I was feeling a bit down. You know how it is. So thank you. Now, ever since I bought the car, something's been driving me mad. There's some noise that comes from this area here, a rattle, that only makes itself heard at speeds above 100 kph or 60 miles an hour, around about, depends. Sometimes if it's windy, I can hear it at lower speeds. Anyway, I decided to tackle it, and that's what this video is about. The first thing I did was try to remove this bit of trim here on the right-hand side of the windscreen. Now, I had seen a Peugeot 508 first generation without that bit of trim, so from that photograph I thought I could maybe tell how to remove it. Its platform and the Citroen C5s are the same. So I think this is just clipped into place, which means I can probably take it off. So if it goes wrong, you're going to see my cock up in the first hand. There you go. One of them's come off. Had to pull over with some proper light so you can actually see this properly. Check it out. There you see. Again with proper light. You can see that. Then of course the next step was to go for a test run in the car to see if that lack of trim made any difference. There is some wind whistle, but I don't hear the same noise. This has been bothering me ever since I bought the car. 35 months ago now I'm thinking of it. 35 months, because it's July 2025. In fact, I think it's the 22nd of July 2025, and I bought the car on the 22nd of August 2022. Now, I thought that was that, and I had diagnosed the problem without realizing that perhaps the wind noise could be covering up rattles. But anyway, the next step was to take the trim upstairs and have a closer look at it, see if I could find anything wrong. You can see these are nice and they don't move, nice and stable. But as you go up, these ones are loose. What I believe happens is, and I think I'm correct, is as this goes along, it's like this, and this part begins to flap because it's looser than the rest. And as you know, speed goes up, the more air goes through here, the more it flaps, and that's when I get the noise. Now in the video I made a long, winding, boring explanation of how I was going to fix the problem, but in a nutshell I just cut some tiny strips of plastic, jammed them into the gaps between the big piece of trim and the plastic clips so that they'd stay in place. Now it is 11:24 at night. Tomorrow morning, in the very early morning, I have to take my car to the mechanic to fix a leak. So it would be crazy for me to go out and test this. Yes, that would have been crazy for me. But instead I went to bed, had a good night's sleep, and I'm on my way to the mechanic now, and I'm going to see if this makes noise. Because finally I'm on a stretch of road where I can give it some beans. Yeah, there's still noise coming from there. When I put the trim back on the bodywork, I just couldn't put it in with the clips on the bit of trim. I had to take the clips off, put them on the bodywork, and then put the trim in. So that means my bodge wasn't able to stay in place, and one of the clips broke. Car's fixed, I'm on my way home, so now I can also finish the repair of that bit of trim. The leak was fixed. You guys in the comments were correct. It was just a small thing, cost me 40 euros. Anyway, as soon as I get home, I'm going to clean up. I'm going to take the trim off again, clean it up, and bodge it. So this is the bit that broke. See that? Yeah, now I'm going to try and fix it using this. Honestly, it seems to have done the trick. So back in the garage, we'll remove this one more time. balls. These are all still in one piece, but I have to remove them to clean. So that's the next step. I just put it into place and I didn't realise it wasn't filming. And now it's nice and fastened. So what's the secret, you may ask? This blue tack or Bostik or whatever you want to call it. What I did is next to each clip, or the top 3 clips, because the bottom 2 were fine, the trim was held fast, but I just added Bostik there, this malleable stuff, because if it goes wrong it's easily removable. It's not something that will then, it's like actual glue or adhesive that stays in place. And even if it's sort of like, how should I put it, even if it doesn't work as an adhesive, it will stop the plastic and bits of plastic, I should say, rattling against each other. But I'm very gutted I didn't film it. It's 11:30. Like I said yesterday, it'd be crazy to test it now. Be mad. Yes, it would be madness, but I just can't wait. I really can't. I can still hear noises from the same place. It's not that. Oh. So that was very disappointing, but I'm going to try something else. Could it be this? That looks pretty awful. Can you say bodge? But if it's that, I will kick myself. Anyway, there's only one way to test this. Oh, by the way, see this? I covered up the tubes in this stuff because I thought that was probably the culprit. And as you can see, it didn't work either, because that wasn't making noise, and now I'm too lazy to take it off again. Didn't work. There's still noise. Now, I really am flummoxed by this. It has to be somewhere that is subject to airflow. It seems to come from the A-pillar area, so I'm going to take the A-pillar off. The sheathing on the inside, I should say. For God's sake, that's it. Okay, there seems to be nothing here that will be subject to airflow. So I think my next step is to actually go for a drive and see if noise comes from here. No idea whatsoever. Now, I've taken some of the trim apart. Can you see that? And I have found the washer fluid tube. And I'm going to see if I can put that into place, because this does seem like the sort of thing that will flap around at the slightest gust of air. So that's what I did. I held the tube in place with a zip tie I found in my car boot. And did it work? Noise. It's not that. I've got no bloody idea what it is. I recruited someone to help me diagnose the noise. I think it comes from above. It would seem that the noise doesn't come from the side near the A-pillar, but from a bit more forward. So I'm going to have a look inside the engine bay now and see if there's anything there that's loose and can be like fastened into place. Now, in all honesty, could be from here. Could that be it? Because this is the real problem, like doing this. It's just trial and error. Like I'm going to have to like tape something into place, take it for a spin. I want to try and tape this down. Maybe that'll work. I doubt this is going to work though. No, there's definitely still some noise coming through. Definitely something there. I'm going to have a look under the car, see if I can see anything loose. So this side has got like these screw things. There, you can see that? I think it's focused now. That's being held in place with this plastic screw. And on this side there is nothing holding it in place. Could it be that? Now, nothing screams bodgery more than a wood screw. Doesn't matter. We'll get on with it. Anyway, I'm not really confident this will work at all. By the way, it's again nearly 11:30 at night, just like the other nights. But anyway, let's give it some beans because there's no one in the way. Yeah, I can still hear something. So yeah, that didn't work either. So I've been calling it blue tack, but it's more removable tack. And I thought it was a good idea to use this removable tack to put between parts of the cladding beneath a car that at speed maybe shook and vibrated and then would clap against each other and cause a rattle. Nope, didn't work. So another failure, but now that I've seen the underside of the car and seen how many bits of plastic are flapping around, I'm going to rummage around a bit more and see if I can find anything else that's loose that I can fasten into place. There are so many things down there that could be the cause of this. I don't even know where to start. I'd have to take the whole sheathing off and then see if that was the issue. And if it's not, have to put it back on. I think I'm going to go look in the engine bay just for the heck of it, see if I can find anything there that looks loose. I'm not sure if airflow can get to that. That was loose. Could it be that? No, I can still definitely hear it. Definitely. So it's not that. I'm going to have to throw in the towel for the time being. Now, I hope you're still here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so... Now, after this last attempt, I filmed the ending. I've said, thanks for watching. Please help out if you can. It might be something you've seen in the video that isn't quite right, etc. And then I went to the supermarket to buy some stuff, etc., as you do. And I got there and I thought, I'm just going to have a peek under the bonnet and have a look, see if there's anything I did miss. And there is one glaring thing that I'm going to see if this makes any difference before I do ask for help. Let me show you. So you see this intake. Now, can you see it's got a cable tie here? So that is evidence of bodgery right there. Then, after trying some removable tack to try to keep that duct in place, I then decided it was best to maybe use some cable ties to keep that intake from flopping about. Now there's still noise. No, I think that's a resounding failure. So it's disappointing not being able to get to the bottom of whatever is causing the noise, despite my perseverance. But, and I mean this, it's not just a positive spin, it was rewarding to sort of eliminate a whole bunch of possibilities that won't be, living in my brain rent-free, because I've already verified that it's not them. So the trim on the windscreen, loose tube inside the engine bay, that loose air intake, the cladding beneath the car, I'm not convinced it's that at all. That stuff that I taped up there, loose bits of trim or whatever, there's just so much stuff that I did. And the washer pipe, over there, it's none of that. In all honesty, I think I've got a sneaking suspicion it's going to be something deep within the innards of the car, like, I don't know, a suspension component, something along those lines, because I don't see what else it can be. I think it's going to be somewhere, in the wheel arch or something, behind the wheel. I don't know, something I can't get to very easily. We'll see. Although in the meantime, I would love to know what you think it might be. I mean, you guys have been very helpful. You were right about the leak, as I said earlier in the video. And I would like to know if you think it's something that I can fix. And if so, leave a comment, please. And thanks so much for watching if you made it this far. Hope you'd liked the video. I liked making it, and I've edited most of it, and I'm happy with the results. I hope you are too. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Around here you should see somewhere where you can click to go to the merch store. On the screen now, some more videos for your entertainment, enjoyment and pleasure. Thanks so much for watching once again. I hope to see you in a future video, and I bid you all farewell. Till next time.